Hi ladies and gentlemen. In this tutorial I want to show you how to attach a template to your campaign. So we started and ended at this point where I said, listen, we've got the start point, the end point, and this blue box right here where it says send email, intro email. I'm going to click on that. And when I click on that, a box pops up over here on the right hand side. Now remember I told you there's certain things in this software, in this marketing automation, which I just don't believe is really intuitive. I mean, how would you have really known to click on that blue box? You wouldn't necessarily know that. And now that this pops up, what next? It's not 100% clear. So this is really the learning process. I'm going to click on this drop down here, and you're going to see you have some options. I'm going to ignore all the other options. What I really want to do is edit the email content. And that to me is a little bit deceptive in what it's asking. In a nutshell, what I wish it would say to you is either create or connect a template, because that's really what we're doing here. So when I go click on go, you're going to see that a template is going to appear that we can edit from scratch to create our brand new template. Now, my advice is you should never get to this point without having previously created a template, because the template is really what you want to say to the people that this campaign is going to go out to. And I think you don't want to wait till this last minute to create this template. You should do that first. So we created a template. Now the dilemma you face here is we need to import that template. So one of the first things you need to remember and know before we go to import that is the name of that template. I'm going to assume at this point that you don't remember the name of the template. So you created one, you gave it a name, but you don't remember. At this point, I'm going to say this is what you have to do. Come up here where it says email templates and click on that. Now again, we created a custom email template. And even when I went to do this, I couldn't remember the name of it. So I went back in before I did this tutorial and gave the template a name, and I called it the Act Clever sample template. So that's the name of it. I'm going to go back to campaigns. I sort of have to start over at this point, but that's okay. I'm going to click on the John campaign. I'm going to click on the blue box, but now I know the name of the template. So when I click on go, we've got a vital piece of information that we would have needed. So again, this box is going to pop up, and it's going to show you a template that you can edit and create right here. But we don't want to do that. What we want to do is go up to Actions, and here there are two types of imports. The import my templates are your templates, the one you've created. The import templates are the ones that are standard templates that come with marketing automation. So see what I'm talking about? Some of this stuff you really got to do it in a perfect order, or else it can get really confusing. So I'm going to click on import my templates. And when I do that, this is the point where we need to know that name. So I'm going to click on select template. This is the Act Clever sample template right here that I created. I'm going to click on import, and now I'm going to import that template. And you'll see this will take you up. So there's my template. This is the one I wanted to use just to show you. Now I created this in advance, and now if I look at this and say, yep, that's what I want to use, we're good. So at this point, all I have to do once I've recognized this template is I'm going to come up here and click on Save, and I'm going to save this. Next, I'm going to go to Actions, and I'm going to click on Properties. Now this is a step that's really easy to forget to do, but this is really, really important. So I'm going to click on Properties. When I click on Properties, this box pops up, and this is where this email can be given a name. And you remember that blue box? This is what we're going to see in that blue box. So I'm going to, just to make it easy, I'm going to click in blue box text, text sample email, because that's what's going to draw your attention to this email. This right here is vital, the subject line. Now this is something you need to make sure you fix. My advice is this: every single email I send out, I always start it with my name and a colon. And I'm just going to type in sample email 1. Now, I'd never use this as a subject, but just to illustrate a point, you need to make sure that the name is the name in that blue box that you're going to see. And again, I put blue box text sample. But then in the subject, this is the subject line in which when you send this email out, this is what's going out. If you don't change this, it will take whatever was put in there automatically. So this is really vital. Check that subject line. I'm going to click Update. Okay. So now we were in the campaign. We went in. We edited the email template to bring it in. So I'm going to click on Save. Now, to illustrate a point, I'm going to come up here to Actions, and I'm going to go back to Return. And when I go back to Return, there's the blue box text sample. Okay. So, this is our campaign. We've set it up so that we've seen and put the email template in there. I'm going to come up to Actions, and what I highly recommend you do is make sure that when you have created this, you make sure that you send a test email. And I want to show you how to do that. I'm going to come back here and click on the blue box. It says Edit Email Content. I'm going to click Go. Always send a test to yourself. When this comes up, you will see my template inside. At this point, I'm going to go up to Actions, and I'm going to go down to where it says Send a Test. Now it's going to send it to the email address that you have here. I'm going to click Send Test, and now that's going to send this email template to my email so I can double check it. You have to do that. No ifs, ands, or buts. Make sure you do that. So at that point, after testing this and sending it, and when you get to that point where everything is perfect and you've made a decision to do this email and you're ready to go, the next step would be come up and click on Actions. And at this point, you're going to go down to Return, get back into the campaign, and then we have to activate this campaign by going to Actions and Activate. So I'm going to show you how to do that in the next tutorial. And hopefully, all of this information, come back and review this tutorial again and again, because this will really have a great bearing on how your email goes out and just how smoothly and how this all works. So come back and review this periodically. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tony Holowitz. Thank you very much.